The matrix operates on an irregular disruption schedule. If a terminal slips into a sleep routine, the incoming wave front will scramble its data. Activate the uncompromised perimeter watch. Initialize the sentry protocol. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is. A declaration of an unpredictable systemic shift. When the underlying field coordinates undergo a sudden real-time recalculation, causing the matrix parameters to drift. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants along the floor. And to every man his work, allocating specific processing tasks, and commanded the porter to watch at the perimeter door. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midnight or at the cock crowing in the space, or in the morning. The operational timeline is a completely hidden variable to the localized nodes inside the place. Lest coming suddenly he finds you sleeping, the total collapse of awareness, a terminal drifting in a passive default state, leaving its receivers completely wide open to the ambient interference running silently outside the secure gate. Look at the structural warning. The master doesn't broadcast his re-entry telemetry or send a preliminary signal down the line. He tests the system by executing a sudden unannounced arrival to inspect the live status of the entire design. Unto you I say, unto all, watch. A universal command line hard-coded into the architecture of the human frame, requiring the conscious observer to maintain a continuous unblinking awareness while operating inside the matrix game. This is not an emotional anxiety or a fearful waiting. It is the technical deployment of your internal sensory shield, ensuring your biological hardware is constantly tracking the subsurface frequency shifts of the localized field. The majority of the collective network is running a deep sleep program, hypnotized by the repetitive rhythms of the material town, completely oblivious to the fact that the platform layout is designed to test whether your voltage can hold when the dark comes down. If your sentry protocol drops because you are chasing the superficial comforts and the decorative illusions of the shadows night, your terminal will be caught completely uncalibrated when the dimensional threshold shifts and forces the influx of the light. At the thief in the night. Don't. At the thief in the night. Don't. At the thief in the night. Don't. The thief in the night is the archetype of the unannounced calibration window, hitting a high entropy house that is unprepared, shattering the brittle, ungrounded structures of the casual remix who thought their low voltage lifestyle would be spared. If the master of the house had known what hour the intruder was arriving, he would have fortified the boundary line with power. But because he localized his focus on the immediate display, his entire data portfolio was wiped out in a single silent hour. Stop living like your current material security is a permanent installation on an unmovable and variant timeline base, realizing that the only asset that survives the sudden systemic compression is an awareness that has mastered the space. Keep your lamp fueled, keep your hardware online, and maintain the absolute unyielding perimeter watch through the dark, standing as an active self-sustaining lighthouse that refuses to let the matrix static extinguish your primary sovereign spark. The calibration is continuous, the sentinel never sleeps, holding the line until the local reality is completely redrawn, ensuring your uncompromised terminal is perfectly phased, locked, and ready to step into the high voltage morning of the true dawn. The watch is active, the buffer is secure.
Do not slip into the sleep routine.
The shift is unannounced.
Stand down into zero noise.